Shortly after this interview, Southwest Airlines announced exciting news of their intent to service Miami International Airport in 2020. Routes and schedules coming soon. For more information, visit www.southwest.com. Welcome to a Business Minute with Lily Lopez, presented by the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Today, we're honored to have Steve Goldberg. He has over 25 years experience in the airline and joined Southwest Airlines in 1996. He served as Senior Director of Ground Operations, Employee Resources, and Senior Director Station Operations after holding station leadership roles at Hartford, Baltimore, Fort Lauderdale, and Las Vegas. In 2014, Steve was appointed Vice President of Ground Operations and led the team that supports more than 20,000 ground operations employees. In 2017, Steve assumed the responsibility of Senior VP, Ground Operations and Provisioning, and then in 2018 became Senior Vice President of Operations and Hospitality. Meaning that this gentleman is very busy, ladies and gentlemen. So we are honored to have him here today, directly from Texas. So thank you, Steve, so very much. And before I get into questions, I do want to say that the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Southwest Airlines, we've worked together for over 15 years. And our relationship started back with Mike Munoz, who is now a pilot. He's a captain of Southwest Airlines. So he used to be community relations, what our very dear Allison Hoffler does now. And him and I brainstormed because he came to a chamber lunch where we were giving scholarships. He said, we want to do something with Hispanic Chamber. And as a result of all of that conversation came about the Education Enhancement Program, where we take students on a paid trip thanks to Southwest Airlines, and then the chamber pays for the hotels and all of the other expenses. And we've served, gosh, about over 150 students, because we always take 10 students every year to different cities where Southwest Airlines operates. So for me, I mean, you are family. You hosted us now when we went in March with a group of students. We were there in Love Field. We saw everything from A to Z. We were there from 8 to 5, and we didn't want to go. And for me, that was the highlight of the trip. That, number one. And number two, that's the last place I visited because of the pandemic. So that was my vacation, Dallas, Texas, and I love it. So Steve, welcome. You know, I talk a lot, but this, I really wanted to give you the warmest of welcomes, because for me, you guys in Southwest are very dear, and you have a heart, and you have mine too. Welcome.
Well, thank you, Lily. And you know, we feel the same about you and the chamber, and we're so honored to be partners with you and be involved in the community down in South Florida. It really has purpose for us, and I'm glad to be here with you today.
Oh, good. Thank you so very much. And Steve, tell me, how has this pandemic changed everything in Southwest? What is happening? What are you guys doing? Tell me about that.
Thanks for asking. It's a loaded question.
It's a big, long question.
It is.
I mean, the questions are long. The answer is long, so we'll condense it.
Yeah, but it is. And thanks for asking, and thanks for the kind words, Lily. As we all know, the pandemic's impacted all of our lives, but it's impacted the airline industry pretty significantly. We're doing pretty good, all things considering, and it's really important for us to continue to move forward. And it's just not about flying airplanes, as you know. It's really important for us to understand the care and compassion for both our customers and our employees and the communities we serve. And it's really important for that. We're just not thinking about it as about flying airplanes, but with our heart, you know that very well. It's important for us to think about as we navigate this pandemic from all sides. And that's really important to us. And we're working really hard right now to try to protect our company, to protect our customers, and to protect our employees, not just from the pandemic, but to protect the security of Southwest Airlines and the communities that we serve. So we're spending a lot of time there. It's really important to us. As you know, we've never furloughed an employee in our 49-year history, and we're trying to so dearly try to protect that as we navigate our way through this. But it's just every day, as you know, is changing. And trying to keep up with all of the things that are going on in our country today, and trying to navigate this pandemic is our top priority.
And Steve, when people come into the planes, I mean, what are the safety precautions? I guess you have to clean and sanitize the airplanes more than ever before.
We have.
What are they doing?
We have, and really, I think about your visit back in March. That was kind of the last week of normalcy.
I remember.
I was talking to somebody about this the other day. That was kind of the benchmark. After, it's like when you left and the kids left, it was crazy.
That was the best time of my life for this year. The best time of 2020 is Southwest Airlines, Dallas.
I think about us sitting in that meeting room and having that conversation for an hour. That was the most fun I had all spring. So, but as we think about navigating the pandemic with what we're doing to ensure our customers and just as importantly our employees feel safe in the airport and on the airplane, we came out with the Southwest Promise. And that word promise is a big word. It really is a big word. And if you're going to say it, you better live up to it. So we have a multi-tiered layered approach that really involves the Southwest Promise. And there's a number of things in there, but the three biggest things that I think will be really important for your listeners and viewers to hear from me are the following. One is we are big on providing a physical distance as much as we can in the airport and on the airplane. And on the airplane, we are not booking the airplane full, which in turn allows just about every middle seat to be empty.
And not airlines are doing that, right?
Not all the airlines are doing that. And it's a big deal. Yeah, we hear a lot about our customers between that and the mask policy, which we just updated a few weeks ago to basically say, you have to wear the mask. If you're over the age of 2, you have to wear the mask, period. And we are enforcing that from the airport to on the airplane until you get off the airplane. And it's really important. So those are two or to three things. And the other third thing is the extensiveness of our cleaning. Okay. On average, we're cleaning an airplane 6 to 7 hours a night, overnight. And there's multi-layers in this cleaning. So we're using disinfectant. We're using antimicrobial electrostatic sprayers. We're cleaning during every turn of the airplane. So every time the airplane is on the ground, people come off, we're cleaning it in between cleans. We're cleaning the high traffic areas, the lavatories, the tray tables. So there's this multi-layered approach that we're trying to, and this is a critical point, Lily, is when you're ready and when your listeners will be ready for you. I know it's a big decision to go travel today.
Yes, it is.
But we want to make it clear that when you're ready, we're going to try to make you feel as safe and comfortable as possible, not only with these techniques through the Southwest Promise, but through the hospitality of our employees. And it's really important for us, and it's really important for me to get that out. Our employees will ensure that you feel really welcome, cared for, and appreciated when you're traveling today. And that's really job one for us. The other part on cleaning I just want to make too is the HEPA grade filters that we have on the airplanes. They're hospital grade, and the air circulation on an airplane is probably a lot better than the air circulation in my house, to tell you the truth. And it's something that we're promoting very heavily. So
is that standard for all airlines, or Southwest in particular?
Most airlines have them these days. I think it depends on the size of the airplane. Maybe some of the smaller airplanes don't have them, but most airlines do have those.
And when you say you're not flying capacity, meaning that you allow like a seat between people? Because I know that some people complain that there's all these airlines that they're flying and it's full. I mean, you're next to the person, you have someone right here inches next to you. So tell me a little bit about that. You maintain a little bit more distance, right?
That's exactly right, Lily. We will not book the airplane to capacity, which in turn allows a middle seat to be in between you. But if you're a family of 3 and you all want to sit together, you can sit together.
Of course.
But we fly to 737, we fly to 700 and the 800 series, and they will not be booked to capacity. So there is a middle seat open on it in every row.
And Steve, in the airports, because I know you guys really are the best in getting people in, boarding an airplane and getting out. So I know you have the rows, the A's, the B's, and the C's. So then you're having the distancing, right? In those People stand here and then you leave 6 feet and then the next person. So you're doing that too.
We actually switched our boarding process. You know, pre-COVID, we were boarding in groups of 30. We are now boarding in groups of 10. And we've been really strict about that. So we only want 10 people lining up at a time, so that gives them room, not only in the boarding area, but in a jetway and on the airplane. So we're trying, you know, and I'll be transparent. Some of these spaces, it's really hard to physical distance, but we're trying to put every effort in to minimize the risk. And again, for people to feel comfortable and safe and secure when they're traveling.
And it's not been proven that people, because if people would have gone really, if we had numbers, statistics that people have gone very sick on airplanes, that would have been out in the media already.
It would have been out, and you know, we've got some things coming here, hopefully in the early fall here, some studies that will become public about exactly what you just said, Lily. So we're looking forward to that.
That'd be interesting, so that people lose fear. And I, for one, will go visit you in Dallas.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned it earlier when we talked earlier. The best thing that you can do is wear your mask.
Wear your mask. That's what I say to people. And I thought, since day one, I always said we should not have shut down the economy. Because what happened was that we shut down the economy, and then we went out in June, and everybody started to get sick again, or it actually started to get sick, get the infection, because we didn't have a lot of people with COVID. And then we had to close all summer, Steve. So it's been 6 months. Had we been required to wear masks all the time, maybe we wouldn't have gone through all of this bad, you know, the bad economic situation.
And I love the thought, Lily. I heard it the other day about wearing a mask. I wear a mask to protect you.
Exactly.
You wear a mask to protect me.
That's it. And that's it.
And
simple as can be.
In my mind, you know, I'm all about hospitality. In my mind, that's hospitality to your fellow human and trying to take care of each other.
I felt that hospitality when we visited you in the headquarters. I have never felt so welcome in my life, and I'll say it to you from my heart, and the teachers and the students. We had never felt such a warm welcome in any of the other places that we've been to. And we thank you so much for that. And we love working with you, and we look forward to continue working with you and to having you come to one of our events. Hopefully, maybe in 2 or 3 months. We don't know what's going to happen. Every time they say a month, 2 months, it becomes 6 months. We don't know, but we're praying to God that that'll be the case. So anything else you would like to add before we conclude the show?
No, thank you, Lily. You know how much I love coming back home to South Florida.
Yes,
my family and I lived there for a period of time, and we always call it home. And I love to come to the events and look forward to seeing everybody again. It's a great afternoon, and I really treasure being down there with you all, and hopefully we can do it soon.
And we do too. You're one of our biggest supporters, and Southwest Airlines is like the heart. It's in our heart. Well, thank you, Steve Goldberg, for joining us today. And I'm going to send this over now to Yendi Alvarez for 90 Seconds of Tech.
Hi, this is Yendi Alvarez with 90 Seconds of Tech. Now, following up on what Steve had just mentioned with Lily in the Business Minute, Southwest Airlines has a user-friendly customer service mobile app. Aside from using the mobile app to book flights, check in early, make reservations, find out more information on your luggage and flight statuses, the Southwest Airlines mobile app offers the Southwest Promise. You'll find detailed information on what Southwest is doing to keep customers safe through the enhanced cleaning procedures. There's no middle seats, and they are using HEPA filters. You can find all the frequently asked questions on the mobile app for traveling. Get information on popular destinations when you're booking your next trip. Or you can actually chat live with a customer service representative from your mobile app between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Time. Don't forget, you can also call the 1-800 customer service number and speak to a live operator 24/7. The Southwest mobile app is also partnered with Lyft, the ride-sharing app, so that you can coordinate your rides to and from the airport with no problems. Well, for 90 Seconds of Tech, this is Yendi Alvarez reminding you to keep it techie.